Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to have a look at another interesting endgame study. Now pause this video and try to get the solution. I'll give you some hints. The whole endgame study, it's not that difficult. If you spend about 5 to 10 minutes, you should be able to sort it out. It all comes up to the location of the four pieces, so the king, black king, white's bishop and black's rook, and also white's pawn on a6. These are the four key pieces that you have to be aware of. And also the second piece of hint is that if you can have a look at double attacks when the rook moves and try to defend the pawn, look for double attack with the bishop attacking the king and the rook. I hope you spend some time and try to sort this out. So the first move here is it's evident, it's a7. The whole idea is white wants to queen now. Now black has a big problem here, how to defend the pawn. Now if rook takes h4, then it's obviously white queens, and this is going to be an easy winning endgame for white. So we're not going to look into that. We obviously have rook h8, then you have a double attack. That's a check and attacks rook as well. So this is winning for white. So that really doesn't work. So after a7, black can play rook h5, and here when the king moves, the rook can go to f8. So how can white defend this position? Here they had to play bishop f6 check. So if the rook simply takes the bishop, then white queens, and still this is a winning endgame for white. So we are not going to have a look at that. What about if king c5? If that's the case, then obviously it's another double attack by the bishop and the rook is lost for black. So going back to this position here, rook f8 is losing for black. So we'll have what happens if rook e5 check. If that's the case, white simply has to move the king to d2, and then we have rook e8. Now because now the rook is on the light square, there will not be any double attacks for white. So that's where we have to be very careful as white. They simply have to play bishop f2 check, and the only move for the king here is e5, and then we have bishop g3. When the king moves, wherever they move, they simply can play bishop b8, and now the pawn is safe to queen. I hope you enjoyed this video. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe, and it's bye for now.